Overnight line movers. We'll get to some Major League Baseball, but we do have to tell you, SBRodds.com, the single place on the internet. It's exactly where you want to go to get all these line movements, updates, and changes. Right through sportsbookreview.com. Corbin on the mound for the Nationals, and that line is rising. Offshore market steady. Opened up around 160, rising to about 180 with a total of 8. Williams and Corbin on the mound tonight in the Capitol.
Yeah, I mean, SBR Odds is the kind of site that you have running on your computer all day long. You know, you're just tracking, following, hey, waiting for something to pop up. It really is worth just pop it open and keep it open. When we talk about this game in the Nationals, yeah, Washington's got the 7.79 bullpen ERA, worst in the majors, but they got 6 shutout innings out of their bullpen in the win over Philly on Tuesday, and the bats are going nuts right now, where they scored 25 runs in the last 2 games. Dave Martinez, Washington's manager, quote, "I said it all along, we're playing well. Our bullpen's starting to pitch the way they're capable of pitching, and we're swinging the bats. I'm proud of the guys." Yeah, the betting market's paying attention. Washington looks pretty good in early season play, and certainly had a very successful road trip, taking 2 out of 3 from each of their top 2 of their top 3 NL East rivals.
Boston Red Sox, Teddy, last night, as we talked about it, left for dead, come back with an inspiring win in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now the line actually creeped up to around minus 300 earlier today. But peeling back here, Hess is on the mound versus the lefty Rodriguez. Across the markets, as we take a look at SBRodds.com, minus 243 at Pinnacle, minus 255 at Chris, minus 250 at Intertop. So that line coming down a little bit lower, but that total still sticking at the double digits with 10.
Yeah, and a lot of this has to do with Baltimore. There's momentum for the Sox. That was a nice win. That was a win they had to have yesterday, and the way they did it, rallying from a 5-0 deficit, certainly positive momentum moving forward. But this is all about Baltimore. And the Orioles' last 5 games, they do have 1 win. The 4 losses, they lost 13-2, 15-3, 10-3, and 8-5. Every one of those games flying over the total. Their bullpen is shot already, and they can't get anyone out. That's a bad news. That's a very bad news against a Red Sox lineup that is finding their way offensively. Understand why the total went up, understand why the Red Sox money came in, although there has been some buyback. The market's still not excited about laying $3 with Boston at this stage of the season.
Teddy, looking at the game a little bit later tonight between Houston and Seattle. Line opened offshore at Pinnacle at 8.5, now sitting at 9. We did have some 9.5s across the board, but it looks like it's settling in right now at 9. It's Miley and LeBlanc on the mound. The one thing that interests me about this game, obviously T-Mobile Ballpark in Seattle, a huge place. Ball doesn't carry well. And of course in Seattle, what are we looking at? Maybe a little rainy conditions there, 55, 60 degrees. So you never get that true muggy conditions that you get maybe in New York City, Philadelphia, or down there in Miami. But taking a look at each one of these ball clubs, slaying left-handed pitching, weighted on base average, Teddy, 430 and 397 between both of these teams going after lefties. We might see some fireworks here, but hey, you got to hit that ball a long way up there, Teddy, to get it out.
No question. That being said, the Mariners have hit all year. I mean, this Seattle offense, the numbers are pretty stunning. They've scored 6 runs or more in 9 of their last 10. They've gone 7-2-1 to the over during that span. The Astros, who came out of the gate where I think they hit 100 with runners in scoring position in the first week of the season. Well, that problem has come and gone. They just scored 36 runs in their 6-0 homestand. So we've got 2 lineups that are crushing the ball right now, legitimately, and the market's not very excited about what we would call a pair of tired retread starters. Yeah, 2 lefties that aren't going to chuck it 99 miles an hour. Market's expecting fireworks, and you can understand why.